And this kind of dovetails nicely into the next part of what I want to share, in the theme of this being Thanksgiving week. And because gratitude practices are heartwarming and healthy in so many ways, I'd like to bring us to that awareness that gratitude is something that we can tap into and practice in so many ways. And it kind of aligns with this notion of not all the things you have to do and aren't working and you got to do in life, but what about all the things you get to do every day and how we can take them for granted, all the things we get to enjoy and experience. And so I want to start with kind of loosening up and expanding the notion of practicing gratitude, because I've seen situations where people have engaged in a program for gratitude practice, maybe 30 days of gratitude, and you share a picture, write about something, journal about something that you feel grateful for. And that can be really uplifting. And at the same time, sometimes it can get prescriptive, like we're supposed to be able to access gratitude in a certain way, in a certain amount. And if you don't, you better do it. And then it's no longer coming from a place of expansiveness and an invitation. It starts to feel more like another meditation you need to do, another thing that you're supposed to do to take care of yourself. And so I'm going to invite you to connect with this, but I also want you to know that it's a true invitation. Like, you may resonate with this and you might not resonate with it today, but maybe you will tomorrow or next week or next month. And that's okay. It's not, I don't think we should task ourselves with gratitude practicing. Okay. So play with different ways and see what warms your heart. If it's not warming your heart, that's really not helpful. Just move on to something else. Don't worry about it. Okay. So there are times for different things, and it may be a time for grieving a loss or something like that. And maybe inserting gratitude feels like, it's just too far from where I am right now. So trust your process and know that you'll sense when this sort of thing can arise naturally. All right, so one of the traditions, I don't know how far around the world this goes, but it comes from Hollywood, so it may have reached a lot of corners of the world. But in the holiday time, we tend to see a sweet movie coming around, and it's called It's a Wonderful Life. Let me know in the chat if you know this movie. Jimmy Stewart is struggling in a lot of areas of his life. He's got a big family and bills to pay, and things aren't going well at work. And I can't remember all the details, but in the movie, he goes through some scenarios. Well, I really don't remember the details, but he ends up losing everything, and he's able to witness his life without him. I think It's a Wonderful Life is the name of the movie, Rashmi. I think that he goes through dying and being with an angel and looking down at the world without him and everything that happens to his family and friends. And then he gets another chance to go back and have his life just the way it was when he left it. And when he comes back, he realizes how wonderful so many things were that he took for granted. And that's really the uplifting part at the end. So it's a very sweet movie that is nice to have a revisit with. But we can do this at any time in simple ways by asking ourselves, not how hard is this? What don't I have that I wish I had? How painful is this? Those are all valid things to wonder about. But we can ask ourselves, what if I didn't have this? And you might start with something super simple, like hold up your hands and look at your right index finger and say, what if I didn't have this finger? What if I didn't have this finger? What would I not be able to do? What would that be like? How would my life be affected? Just kind of play through the scenario of what if I didn't have this? And then wake up and go, but look, I have this. I actually do have this. Okay, so it can be as simple as my 2 front teeth and my index finger or my little toe. It can be something physical. It could be something relationship-wise. What if I didn't have this person in my life? What if we never met? And it could even be a complicated person in your life. You're like, oh, you might not be on great terms with your partner right now. But then imagine the things that would not be the case if this path had not gone this way. What if I didn't have this? Okay, so that is what I'd like to guide you. And it doesn't have to be something big and heavy. We can just do a small experiment with something very simple, like your right hand or your index finger, or the chair that you're sitting on, the roof over your head, the view out your window if you have a view. What if I didn't have this? Okay, so you might already know what you would like to focus on, but if you don't, that's okay. I want you to start with just sort of shaking out any tensions in your body. So we want to transition out of our heads and into our bodies and into our intuitive awareness. And you can tune into your breathing. Scan through your body. Notice if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, get comfortable. As comfortable as you can be. Start noticing sensations in your body. Breath flowing into your body and out. Your head resting over your shoulders, your arms connected to your body, your fingers connected to your hands, your feet perhaps touching the floor. Breath flowing into your body and out. And allowing your awareness to connect with some tangible things that are present for you right now. It could be a sensation in your body, a part of your body. It could be something right around you. Something that is true for your life right now. It could be something small or something bigger. And something that is working relatively well for you. Something that you could appreciate, that this thing is okay, or this thing's rather nice right now. I can appreciate this. It can be simple, doesn't have to be really grand. And then allowing images to come into your mind of being without this. Or having a lot of trouble in this area. And if you're not sure what to focus on, you might just notice that breath is flowing into your body and out right now. You have this. Your breath is flowing. You might notice that you can wiggle the fingers on your hand right now. You have this. This is working. And then pick one of these things to center your attention around. And just allow yourself to imagine being without this or having this be a real struggle. If the breath didn't flow easily into your body and out, if you couldn't move the fingers on your hand, and now noticing that you do have this. Noticing how it feels to be able to experience this and have this be your reality right now. Just allowing yourself to breathe into any sense of appreciation for this element, this aspect, this experience that you do have, that you can experience. How lovely that you get to have this. Noticing how this feels in your face, your shoulders, your heart, your belly. And recognizing that there are undoubtedly many such things that you can take time to acknowledge and to appreciate. When you choose to open your attention this way. And throughout our days, throughout our lives, there will be many challenges, there will be struggles, there will be losses. There will be doors we don't get to walk through, and we may wish we could, but we can't. And there will be many doors we do get to walk through. There will be many fruits we do get to taste. There will be many sweet experiences that we can embrace and appreciate. Aware that both these truths are true. There will be struggles and there will be joys. Allowing space for both, and knowing that you can invite yourself to rest in this zone of appreciation for all the things that are pleasant, that you can enjoy, that you can appreciate in your life right now. Allowing your eyes to open if they've been closed. I'd love to hear any feedback. If you want to type in the chat or if you'd like to unmute yourself,